Hello everyone, welcome back to SubDC Panther. My name is Amit Singh, and in this video we are going to talk about how we can launch a flow from the utility bar. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a scenario. The scenario is basically a real-time scenario, and that scenario is very useful because most of the projects you will be working or you might be working this kind of scenarios. What we are going to do is we are going to divide this video in the two parts because this is going to be a long video. So what we will do is we'll talk about first part of the scenario in this video, and we will talk about the second part of the scenario in the coming video. So let's talk about what scenario here is. The scenario is you are working as a Salesforce administrator or even a Salesforce developer. You have been asked to create a flow, add that flow into the service console utility bar so that your service representatives can maximize their productivity while they are talking with the customer. They need to check the status of a particular case, or they need to create a case on behalf of a customer whenever they are whenever they are called with a particular customer. These are the requirement breakdown that we are going to do is like basically the business has also broken down the requirement into the multiple steps, like the user should have the ability to select where they want either to check the status of an existing case or they want to create a new case. So basically in the screen they must be having an option of two radio buttons where they will be saying okay, they want to check the status or they wanted to create a new case. If they clicking the say that they are saying we wanted to check the new status, if they click on that and they click on next, then user must be like prompted to enter the case number in the screen. So they enter the case number, and once they enter the case number, all the status of the cases are going to be displayed when they click on next. Okay, and if they basically say that they wanted to create a new case, then there should be a new screen which will populate okay, these are the few information that you need to enter, and once they click on next, the case should be created and a success message should be displayed. Okay, so that is what a requirement breakdown here that the customer or the business representatives like they have given you to develop. Now what we are going to do here is whenever a new case is basically when they select okay, I wanted to create a new case, we need to provide the UI with these following this information, like what is the name. Basically name is going to be divided, yeah, what is the name, the customer name, what is their email, the subject, reason and description. Okay, these are the five fields that we are going to display behind the scene. And there will be the existing one we have already selected where we have discussed where we actually need to give the screen to input the case. They click on next, you do the query, find the case. If there is a case, display the details. If there is no case, display the error message. This is how we are actually going to approach. This is our approach. Okay, this is a start screen. As a developer or as an admin, you are going to develop the flow. And this is the first screen where you have to say okay, either you want to check existing case, you want to create a new case. Okay, they said that they wanted to new case. No, you need to say okay, UI to accept the case number where there will be an input which will be accepting the case, and then you are going to case number found in SFDC. If case number not found, then display case number not found. They click on next, they can get back to the same screen again. If the case number found, display the case details. Okay, again the description is status and what is the priority, that kind of things we are going to display, and then again get back to the same screen where they can either check the status of a case or not. If there is say that this is not a new case, if the condition is like they have selected new case, then we are going to say okay, UI to create a new case, case is created, display the success message, and then again take them back to the existing screen which was the initial screen. So this is the simple approach that we are going to follow. In this video we are going to talk about the existing case where we will be accepting the case number, querying the case, displaying the details or the error message. So before we go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel and also share with your colleagues. So what we will do is we are going to from setup we are going to create a flow. Like it is very easy. You can go ahead, if you have existing case you can add into the utility bar, but we are taking a scenario, that's why we have divided this into the two parts. We'll just go here, search for flows and click on new flow. So the very first step that we are going to do here is, what we will do is we will create first a screen which will have two radio buttons, and this is going to be a screen flow because user intervention is required. So we will select screen flow, and the very first thing we will click on plus element and click on screens, and here we can say welcome screen. And what we need here as an input, we need a radio button. So we will, from the left hand side, we will select radio. So just go ahead and search for radio buttons, and we have to add two options. So let's quickly select options, and for label we can say that select an option. It is going to be required, okay, and this is a type of user cannot select multiple. We need to have two choices. So we will select okay new choice resource, or we will say that okay add choice. We have got two choices. We will say new choice resource. We will select a single choice, and what is going to be say that existing case choice, okay. Choice label you can say existing case, and then choice value again we will say existing case. Click on done. Similarly we will say we will create one more choice, or not this one, create one more choice resource. We'll say choice, and what we are going to say that new case choice, and here we will say new case. So we have just done, what we did is select an option, and then we have got next, and then either next or finish, okay. Click on done. Once they have selected, we have to ask, or basically we have to check which option they have selected. So let's quickly add a decision element over here. So say that decision and check if new case is selected. How we are going to check here is we will say we have got, this is basically we have got screen components which is has radio buttons. Radio button equal, what we need is we need basically existing case. So we can say okay, sorry, new case, because we are checking for new case. We will say if option equals new case, that means new case is selected. For default outcome, let's quickly rename it to existing case, because if the choice is not new case, that means it is already existing case, okay. Go ahead and click on done. Now you've got two separate paths for existing case and for new case. So for now, for new case, we'll go ahead and click on add end because we have to follow this existing case path. So for existing case, again we will have a screen element over here, and here we will say enter case number. What we will be needing here is we will be needing input, that is going to be a type of text. So just go ahead and quickly go ahead and drag and drop over here, and we will say case number. Make sure that it is required and click on done. Now we have got this screen which says that okay you have to enter the case number. When they click on next, what we need to do is we need to go to Salesforce, figure out if there is a case with the same case number, and then display the details. So we will just click on this plus icon, and we will select get records, and we will say here SOQL case records. Which object it is? Case. How we are going to filter based on case number? So we'll select case number, which is a field, equals, that is there into the screen components, which is case numbers. So just select that case number. We only need to store the first record, which is only the first record, and store all the fields. Again, now here we have to add a fault path. If there is any error, we will display a screen and we will say there is some error. Before we go ahead, just go ahead and click on save in order to save our progress, and we will say that check case status. That is the name of our flow, okay. So now we have saved it, the flow, we have saved our progress. In the fault path, we are going to click on plus and click on screen, and here we will say that SOQL error screen, and what we will display is we are going to select display text, okay, and say that SOQL error message. What we need is we need flow.fault message, because that is where we will be having our error message. So we have got this flow.fault message. If you want to change the color, just go ahead and change it to the red and click on done. From here, where we need them to navigate to the welcome screen. So we'll just go ahead and click on plus, connect to element, and we are going to connect to the welcome screen. Now we have done the error things. Error thing is there. Now again we have to check if the record is found or not. So just go ahead and click on plus icon. Use the decision element, and we will say check if case is found. We have seen okay case is found. How we are going to check? We are going to check the record single which we have got from query. So we'll say SOQL record. What we are going to check is for ID, we will say is null, false. So if the ID is not null, that means the record is found. And for the default outcome, let's quickly rename it to case is not found, okay, or case not found. Click on done. Now if case not found, again we have to display a screen here. Say go ahead and click on screen, and we will say label is as case not found screen. Display message, we will say display text. Here what we will be displaying is, let's quickly say here case not found. That is our API name. We will be displaying the case number. So where is that case number, which we have got from input, is not found in Salesforce database. So we have saying here case number is not found in Salesforce database. Please check with another case number. If you want to change the color to something else, like it is wording kind of things, you can change it to a yellow color or something. The text of your whatever you are displaying, but this is not looking good, so we can keep it something else, like say that blue color or something. Okay, so this is what we have got, and then go ahead and click on next. From here, case not found, again they need to go to the main screen, which is welcome screen. So we will select to welcome. So what we did is, if case is not found, we are again redirecting back to the first screen where they can check with the initial what they have. Okay, and then if case is found, we need to display the details. So just go ahead and click on plus and screen, and here we will say that case found screen, or say that case details. Again we have to use a display text over here. So let's say that display text. Case details is the API name. Here what we need to display is, we have to display first thing as a case number. So let's quickly display case number, and where we will get, we already have that case number screen component. We will select that, and then what we will say is, let's quickly display subject, because user definitely wants to know what the subject is, what case they are talking about. So we need to select record single. Select that again. Sometimes it don't select at one. We have to select subject. So we have got subject. Now what we need is, let's quickly have a status. So I'm just going to copy this, as I know the API name of status is status. So I'm going to display as status. Okay. And then what we have to do is, we have to say priority. So again we need to change the API name, and then we have to display description. So let's quickly add description as well. And if there is any created date, so let's quickly have a created, or not created date, we will say that log date, when the case was logged, and this API name is going to be created date. Okay, now let's quickly do bold for all the static text that we are getting, which is like status, case number, priority, and description. So this is what we have to display for this particular case details. Click on done. Again, when user clicks next from here, they can get back to other screen, which is welcome screen. Okay, here we will say welcome screen. So they will be getting redirected to the welcome screen. So for what we did is, we created a flow which is basically going to check for existing, not for the new cases. So here what we have, we are going to do here is, let's quickly do debug. Okay, click on this debug, and we have to figure out if there are any cases. So let's get back to our application, and we need to figure out what cases are there inside Salesforce. So let's copy the case number which is there in Salesforce. So I have got this case number which says that generator is not working. And here in the debug screen, I will click on run. It says that okay, what I need is, I need an existing case. I click on next. It is asking me to provide the case number. I'll provide a case number. Click on next, and we have got case number, say that generator is not working. We've got new, medium, generator. This is the description and subject are both are same, and then we have got log date when the case was created. Now if you click on next, it is going to take back to the same screen. So let's say that we are clicking on existing case. We say that there is some case number which is not there. We will click on next. It says that case number is not found in Salesforce database. Please check with another case number. You can click on next. Then again, if you select new case, there is nothing, no screen which is actually doing for new case. So we are done with the basically existing case that is there. Now the requirement is to add this flow into the utility bar. So how we are going to do this? We are going to go to the setup, and from the app manager there is already an app which is Service Console provided by Salesforce. For your requirement, you will be given the name of the application where you need to add this application, not application, the flow as a utility bar. So here we have got this Service Console is the application which is provided by Salesforce. Just go ahead, select, and you will be finding this button, okay, which is drop down, and you need to click on edit next to this Service Console, because you might not be able to see that. Just go ahead and click on edit. Once you click on edit, it is going to take you to the application detail page, which was basically developed. And here into the application detail page, we need to select utility items. Okay, these are only for desktops. And here what you have to do is select add utility bar. Now what you need here is you need a flow. So just go ahead and search for flow. Okay, and here I'm just going to add it to the bottom. Sorry, third here. Now we have got this flow. Here we will not be able to see our flow. The reason is that we have not actually activated our flow. So what we are going to do is we are going to quickly get back and activate the flow. Now we have activated the flow. Let's quickly change the icon over here, and here what we will say is check the status of case. Okay, or instead of what we will say that case flow icon, just click on this plus icon and then again click on choose, sorry, that cross, and then choose. Here what we need to select is flow, because we already have a flow. Use the width and height as default, which is there. We don't need to start automatically. We need a flow which is basically that name of a flow is check case status. That is not here, right? By default, let's for now let's keep it this. Go ahead and click on save. After you did the save, let's go ahead and refresh the window. Once we do refresh, our case will be presented over here, because now we have activated the case. Once the case is presented, we will be, sorry, once the flow is presented, we will be able to change the flow here for case flow. So let's quickly get here. What we will do is, instead of doing that, we will say here we've got check case status, and then we are going to click on save. Now we are done with this. We will again get back to our Salesforce or the sales application. This time we need to click on this gear icon, and then we need to select Service Console. So if you search for service, you will find Service Console. So once you are here inside Service Console, on the bottom left you see there is something called case flow. Okay, so if you click on that case flow, our flow is going to launch as a utility bar over here in the left side. You can see here, now we have got the two options like check existing case. The user can select, they can click on next, and then our next screen for accepting the case number will be populated. We had to provide the case number. We will go ahead and click on next, and they actually got the case number, right? So this is basically how the first part of our requirement is working. And now they are asking if they can create the case directly from this particular flow. That we are going to see into the next video. So we will meet into the next video, and till if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and again please do like, share, subscribe the channel. Thank you.